that's how you beat Usyk. You've got to dominate him. You've got to hurt him. You know, it's the hurt business they're in, but he's got to get in there. He's got to show what he's all about, and he's got to be the boss. But that's a hard thing to do with Usyk. Usyk's a great fighter.
Let's talk about how much he's improved since that first fight. He's on an absolute tear, Daniel is, and yeah, he wants to right that wrong from last time.
He's a totally different fighter, isn't he? When I say a different fighter, he's got confidence and air about him. I know he's always had the power. He's been in some good fights. If you look at his record and look at the guys he's fought at his age, it's amazing. Compared with a lot of heavyweights when they start out, looking at the amount of fights he's had and what other fighters have done. He's fought at a very, very high level. And his last 3 fights, he's been phenomenal. Phenomenal. You know, the power that he's shown, the boxing ability, the grit, the determination to come through the fights. And he's done it in fabulous, fabulous style. He's an exciting fighter. He's never in a boring fight. Every fight he has is an exciting fight. And this one is the big one.
Frank, there was a lot of talk for Joseph Parker.
Sorry? What does Daniel need to do differently in this rematch?
Win it.
And how do you think he can go about doing that?
How do I think? He's got to go out there. He's got to get behind his jab. He's got to let his bombs go, and he's got to be the boss. And if he's the boss, and if he can keep and sustain that, I think he can come through and stop him.
What are your thoughts on Usyk offering his team a 4v4 fight outside the arena?
I'm meeting them afterwards. We're going to sort it out between all of us.
Frank, how much do you think the body shots will play into this fight? Is Daniel going to focus on them?
I hope they do. I hope they come. You know, look, it's about throwing all shots. It's not just going to ride up being a body snatcher. That was the tactics for the first fight. You know, Daniel's, as I say, he's matured. He's shared the ring. He knows what's in front of him, and he knows what he's got to do. And he knows now that he can do it. He believes he can do it, as I do.
Frank, there was a lot of talk for Joseph Parker.
It's Unified Heavyweight World Championship, UK soil, and Queensbury's hosting it. Talk to us about that.
Well, it's just a brilliant moment for me. It's a proud moment as a promoter that we've done it. It's the first time ever. This is history. This is not just boxing history. This is British sporting history. And I want Daniel to come through, and as I said earlier on, he will then etch his name in British sport, being the first guy to ever hold the 4 belts and to do it on British soil.
Frank, there was a lot of conversations about Joseph Parker, maybe revisiting that fight with Daniel. Obviously, he's with yourselves. Any talks on what's next for Joseph? Is there a chance he could feature in this card?
The WBO have made him the mandatory, so the winner of this fight has to defend against him. Instead of fighting Daniel, if we'd have carried on with that fight, for 1 belt, he now fights for the 4 belts. He fights the winner for the 4 belts. He's in a great position. In the meantime, we'll put him in a fight and keep him going.
What did you think of Eubank Ben?
I thought it was an excellent fight. I thought it was a really good fight. It was they'd done themselves and their families proud, and really, for me, showed what they were all about.
How did you have it scored? Conor says he thought he should have won it by a round. How did you have it scored?
I thought Conor at a stage of the fight was a couple of rounds in front, and then I felt at the end of the fight that Chris won it by a couple of rounds. He won the last 2 rounds. That's what did it, and that's when the size mattered in the last couple of rounds.
Rematch do much for you?
I'm not really interested in that. It's not my business.
There's been talks. You can't talk heavyweight without talking Tyson Fury. He posted a video of him and Sugar Hill training.
Yeah.
Have you had any conversations with Tyson?
No, I haven't. I'm glad to see he's training.
Frank playing a massive part.
Yeah, because he's been in with a better quality opposition, and he's got experience. Listen, he went in with going in with Usyk. He lost the fight, but he hurt him. Whatever way you want to look at it, he hurt him, and he's learned from that. I'm telling you, this next fight's going to be totally different.
There was a lot of going around online. Obviously, I think you've got your photo in your hand.
Hey, just give it. This is from the Sun newspaper.
Talk us through the shot.
Well, look,
first fight, Frank.
there it is. That is on the belt. It's not below the belt, and it's not the belt. It's the navel. You look at the record. You've got to look at the rules. The rules is the navel. So if you get a guy who puts his shorts up there, that doesn't count. It's where your navel is. And somebody said, "Oh, but you look at it, it comes from down there." Yeah, it's brought the shot up. It's where it connects to. Anyway, that's what
say about Usyk. He could have just sailed off into the sunset. Pretty much.
He's a fighting man. He's a fighting man. I mean, they asked for the fight. He fancies it big time. Both of these fighters fancy it. This is to be a great fight. The reason it's going to be a great fight is because Usyk is a great fighter, and Daniel believes he can beat him. He believes that the referee didn't do him any justice last fight. All that's all in the past. On the night, he thinks he's going to be the better fighter, and we're going to find out.